Hey everyone, Saul from Three Kingdoms Games here. Coming to you today with some news about Core 2020. Now, Wizards earlier this week released a press release saying that starting next Monday, July the 17th, we will start spoiler season officially for Core 2020. As well as there's a list of what sites you can look at to find these spoilers. Now, the release for Core 2020 will be July 17th, so a little under a month until its official release date. One of the things they spoiled is the fact that Chandra is going to be getting 3 versions in this set. She's the only Planeswalker who will be getting 3 versions in this set, and you get to see her journey from Novice Pyromancer all the way up to the Awakened Inferno that she is. Now, it's a very interesting journey. I'd love to see more of this in story, and hopefully Wizards fills that in, but onwards to the spoilers that they've shown us so far. So, the Novice Pyromancer, which is the uncommon Chandra Novice Pyromancer, is a 4 CMC, 5 loyalty Planeswalker. +1, all your elemental creatures get +2/+0 till end of turn. -1, you get 2 red mana. And then -2, you get to shock any target. So you deal 2 damage to any target. Overall, not a bad Planeswalker. For an uncommon, I'm surprised that it's only a 4 CMC, 5 loyalty Planeswalker. I'd expect it to be either better or worse. Like, so far, the only uncommon Planeswalkers we've seen before this only had downticks, and this has the full range of abilities. Slightly diminished, obviously, last ability, but still not bad. And when you pair it with the other Chandras, I get what they're going for, but I'm sure you can figure that out. So, next Chandra is Chandra, Acolyte of Flame. She's a 3 CMC, 4 loyalty Planeswalker. Her first 0, she has 2 0 abilities, is put a loyalty counter on each red Planeswalker you control. So you pair this with your other Chandras or other Planeswalkers like Jayas and other stuff that are in format right now for Standard or in Magic in general, and it's a free uptick on everyone. It's not bad. Also, if you pair this with Doubling Season, this effect should actually get doubled because it's an effect creating a counter. That's a whole nother thing. The next 0 is you create 2 1/1 red elemental tokens with haste, and you sacrifice them at the beginning of your next upkeep. Sorry, at the beginning of your next end step. If you pair this with the Novice Pyromancer, you can obviously uptick, create the 2 tokens, and then uptick the Novice Pyromancer, and you get 3 1s instead of 1 1s. Not bad. Kind of a elemental theme kind of fits the Chandra vibe. And then -2, you can cast any instant or sorcery from your graveyard with 3 CMC or less. Exile it instead of sending it to your graveyard this turn. So, not bad for 3 CMC, 4 loyalty, throws out a couple threats. Yes, they get sacked at the end of turn, but also potentially pulls back instants or sorceries that could be a board wipe. Because at 3 CMC, you do have access to your Sweltering Suns and some of your other mono-red board wipes that are in the 3 slot. So that's not actually that bad if you discard them earlier to effects such as, I'm drawing a blank on it, Faithless Looting. There we go. Yeah, got it. Anyways, now, this is the rare Chandra, and on to the mythic. The mythic is Chandra, Awakened Inferno. She's a 6 CMC, 6 loyalty Planeswalker. She can't be countered. +2, you give each opponent an emblem that at the beginning of their upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to them. This is kind of fun for Commander. Plus, I'm sure you can stack multiple emblems on people. There's no real reason to normally, but this is the first time I've seen them do it. You -3. You can deal 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. So, built-in board wipe for -3. And then -X, deal X damage to target creature or Planeswalker. If it were to die this turn, you exile it instead. This feels pretty cool. Now, for 6 CMC, I think she's a little much, because 6 CMC Planeswalkers, unfortunately, getting them into play in most 60-card constructed formats, in Commander and stuff like that, it's a little more reasonable. But In a 60 card constructed format, it's a little bit harder to put a 6-drop in, because essentially anything in a 5 or 6-drop slot has to be game changing. Like, you are going to win if you drop this, and I don't know if this fits the bill for that. But it kind of is fun to see this Chandra tribal theme that they're trying to go for, as well as you can pair it off with some of the other red planeswalkers that are out there, and it can lead to a really fun deck. So there you have it. That's the spoilers that they've given so far for Core 2020. Does this get you hyped for Core 2020? Let me know in the comments below. Now, usually core sets are a little underwhelming, but this one, if they fill in more of these gaps and backstory of notable characters such as Chandra, it could be a really cool core set. As always, you can follow us on all major social media. That's in the description box below. You can follow our blogs at threekingdomsgames.com, as well as you can always drop into store. There's a store in Toronto and a store in Markham. I'll see you next time.